What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. You know I love the Pilot G2, and I found a way to make it even better. This is not actually my first video on something that is known as the Grafton Pen. You can pick this up. This is a second pen that I bought. This is in gunmetal. I'm really excited about showing it to you. But having used now the Grafton Pen, specifically this one that was in black, and this one that I haven't even unboxed yet, which is in silver, which I'm so excited about. I have learned a few things that I'm going to share with you in this video. So I'm just going to unbox this one here. It comes in this little foam container. It's very nice packaging. And here's the pen. Now, this pen is really awesome. I got it from Everyman. You might be able to find it from other places, but the Grafton Pen is just a beautiful aluminum. I think it's anodized here. This was obviously gunmetal. It almost has a little kind of a space gray look. I mean, that's what I would call it. I don't know. It may look like it has a little purple shift here on camera, but it doesn't. It's very much like the Apple space gray. But it's just a beautiful pen, and it's at a great price point. It also has this spring in here, which I have shown you, and I've actually figured out what this is for. As well as if you rob your Pilot G2 of its refill, you can actually make this pen still work. So I want to show that to you. First of all, what I want to do is I want to take out this spring. I thought this was for spacing. It's really actually to adapt it to the rollerball refill that comes in the Pilot G2. This is a fantastic pen. You can buy like a pack of 10 of these for like $4. They're just fantastic. If you're not already using them, I would do that. But the cool thing about the Grafton Pen here is it's this beautiful aluminum body, some ribs here for getting a nice grip. It has this clip here. I guess this clip is always black. It's not in this gunmetal finish, but screwed down there. It just has a beautiful kind of custom pen look. Really round clicker up here at the top. Nice beveled edge right there. But I want to open it up. It just unscrews like this. I've kind of mentioned that it'd almost be nice if there was a little O-ring here so that you get a little more compression up there. It does come with this Everyman refill, which is a ballpoint refill. I'm going to pull off the cap here. And I think it's basically a Parker. I think this little kind of tapered edge right there is kind of typical of the Parker. But what you can see here is if I dump this out, is that, whoops, I didn't mean to dump all that out. I think this is supposed to stay in there. And then this spring will stay in there. But this is what I wanted to pull out. It's a little spacer because now if I open up this Pilot G2, if you look at this rollerball refill here, it's longer than this ballpoint. And so what you're gonna not need is this little spacer. So I'm just gonna put the spacer and the ballpoint refill off to the side for a minute. So this little plastic spacer should go back in here. But the spring came out from the pen end here, and this spring actually fits this Parker refill. I guess it's a more slender ballpoint refill perfectly, but it doesn't, it's really too tight on here. What you get is really stiff clicking. So if I take the wider spring that it comes in within the box here, this is a perfect fit. So now what I can do is I can put this, whoops, or I can put this spring, oh man, just jumping all over, in here, put the ballpoint refill in there. I put the plastic spacer back in the end here, and I'll just kind of screw everything back together. As you can see, no spacer in there. Now if I hit this, boom, perfect. It's just nice, smooth action. There's no binding, you know, there's no jitteriness. It just feels totally precise, bolt action-like. That is really, really sick. So now I've got a perfect Grafton pen right here. But what I have are all the parts to put together a normal pen. And so now that I've taken the spring that originally came with it that fits this refill, I can kind of fish this spring out. And you might need to take your refill here and kind of push this spring out. Not sure what the best way for you guys to get it out, but this usually works for me. There, good. Now I'm going to put this spring in here, the slender spring. I'm going to put this in here, and I'm going to put the spacer that came in the Grafton pen in here, and now screw this all back together. So you can see I've got that spacer in there that takes up that extra space. Now there is a little bit of play in it. Let's not kid ourselves. It's not as tight as it once was, but look at that. Now I have a Pilot G2 with a ballpoint refill in it that works as well as any pen has a right to. So I have kept both pens, and I've given myself just a remarkably smooth, easy to refill, gorgeous professional pen. It's called the Grafton. I'll put a link to it in the description. Peter Von Panda, out.